Okay, that should be good. What made you wanna
Yeah, seems good.
get reviews again? Like, I'm guessing the
Oh,
tournament on
yeah,
31.
we do. Do you happen to have a team that's also attending?
Yeah, I have two of my other I have two teams that I coach that are attending.
Oh, you have two other teams that are all Filipino.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm mainly on only one of them, the Ateneo one, but I also coach the other one.
Oh,
Yeah, I coach a bunch of
oh,
Pinoys.
LG,
Yeah, yeah,
LG's playing.
yeah.
Nice.
I was just playing, even though I'm not an Ateneo anymore. I
It
graduated.
feels like I haven't heard. It feels like I haven't heard anything from the other university teams since
Uh,
season two.
we call this uh Taft. I think they disbanded. Taft disbanded, but Benilde made a team
Yeah,
last year.
snappers.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's their name. Yeah, or is it is it? It's like RG, I think. Wait, no,
You
that's the
were
org
you
name.
were you were scrimming with sorry, one of the reviews you did, the VOD reviews you did of, I could be wrong here, but the reviews you did for me in season 1.5,
Yeah.
those VODs were against, I believe, CSP's team now.
Oh, so it's the same people, or no? Or
Yes,
just
yes,
one
yes.
guy? Oh, so that was Benil,
Yeah,
right?
the Wolverine, Groot, whatever, those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think they just fall under the org name now. Just RG. I don't know their actual name. Something in Latin.
Yeah, or it's art. No, that's staff.
Oh, okay. Is it
Yeah,
Taft?
CSB
No.
is Ranger Gaming.
Oh, Ranger Gaming. That's what RG stands for.
Oh, sorry, Romanson Gaming. My
Oh
bad.
yeah, Roman something. Roman Con or
Yeah,
something like
Romanson
that.
Gaming.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, which one are you? This guy?
I am, yes,
This guy?
yes.
Okay. Anyways, so aside from the tournament, what made you want to get like an indie VOD instead of like a team VOD for like your whole team or something? Because I'd also be okay with that if you asked
Oh,
for one.
um, well, only one of our team members actually like stayed playing consistently since season 1.5. So
Uh-huh.
right now they're actually just waiting for us in mid Celestial, and the rest of us are slowly catching up on our own.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's mostly just individual. We're mostly still doing things individually until around GM, and which we can queue together again.
Okay.
Um, but other than that, like
Excuse me.
it's just
Yeah.
one of the things I've always noticed since, I mean, even since season 1.5, is that my other supports are just exponentially worse than my CND.
Mhm.
So might as well, especially since CND is just, it's not the most economic choice right now. So
Yeah, I mean, he was really only good like maybe season 1.0. But even then it's yeah, I think that's okay. So are you learning Gambit because you think he's fun, or are you learning Gambit because he's meta? Because
oh,
there's like
he's so fun.
he's fun. Okay, okay, and
He's really fun.
that's a good place to go. Because if it were meta, like maybe that would be okay. But okay, then if you find it fun, then that's a lot more important, at least to me. Okay, well, speaking of Gambit, while we're on the topic, right? So, what do you think Gambit's good at? Why do you think he's meta? At least, like, irrelevant to, like, I mean, regardless if you find the character fun or not, like, what do you think makes the character good or meta?
Oh, I mean, Gambit just has a toolkit that gives him access to most of the things the team needs that like other characters don't usually have access to within their kits. Like they need help to do that,
Yeah,
or they need to switch for that choice. But Gambit just accomplishes a lot of things at the same time, depending
yeah,
on how you use them. So it's very there's a lot of expression to it that isn't open to other characters.
yeah, right? Because, like, he literally has, even without, like, without these abilities, right? he has like he has two he has four, right? He has four abilities. Technically speaking, if you add them by themselves, he has six, right? So the E by himself, the F by itself, and then the permutations of E and F, right? So he has like six abilities. And then if you add excuse me, if you add these individually, right? Two dashes, right? So that's 10 abilities. And then if you want to combine them, right? He has 12. So he has a lot. He can do a lot. So that's what makes him really fun. Exactly as you said. So aside from that, right? Aside from that, he excels in doing that. Why do you think that he can do so much aside from well, what do you think his character would be if he didn't have any of these abilities? Let's say he just had like his double dash here, or let's say he just had like these, right? So let's say he just had half
Are
of
we
his
counting his
abilities
ult?
at a time. Yeah, sure. Let's count this ult.
Um, I would say that Gambit without one half of his abilities, uh, sort of, hold on, like uh, trying to use as an example, if he didn't have the dashes,
Mm-hmm.
um, I guess that would lend to more of a play style on controlling pace because you still have your antis and you still
Yep.
have your cleanse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, if he didn't have those and he had the uh the dashes, I mean, to me that's like a hyper mobile main support,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's just like the get ult first button.
Yeah. Right. So what makes him really good, right? Aside from having strong abilities, even if either cut in half, he just has a really strong M1, right? Like he just hold M1 on the guy and he actually do a lot, right? His damage is can't remember the exact DPS or the heals per second. I'll have to double check, but it's pretty high, right? So let's see what you do with that in mind. And why is it slow? There we go.
Oh, I can handle the time entanglement. There's alternate versions of me for
Immediately, like, what are you thinking right out the gate here? Like, let me get into your
Oh,
headspace. What are you thinking?
okay, exactly what I was thinking at this moment in this game was just like last night.
Okay.
I'm going to go into spades,
Mm-hmm.
just because I know that I can either put anti and force Star Lord or whoever is attacking off of that bridge slash
Okay.
put more pressure on what I'm pretty sure is like the Moon Knight. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I
So this guy.
I actually just heard that the strange was just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go forward. So I was just paying attention to that. It wasn't a particularly it's not a high elo game, so I just thought, okay, we're gonna walk. We're just gonna go spades, especially since like the cooldown being 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Here and it obviously is about to finish for the card. It's just better if I go into the stance right now.
Okay. Not bad.
ever. If you go spotted that guy, a little help.
Okay. So with supports, when you have a lot of abilities, right? You have a lot of responsibility as well, right? But since the cooldown is both relatively short and at the same time relatively long, which is you know weird when you really think about it, you have to be careful when you use it, right? So one thing you always wanna look when you're thinking if it was a good ability use or not is if your ability usage was triggered by something, right? So abilities, oops, must be triggered. Right? And I mean, it's like obviously, like, oh yeah, triggered. You have to like press the button and you trigger it. Like, well, yeah, obviously, but what I mean by that, it's like when you see something in the game, it has to trigger something in your brain to press that button, right? So especially on Gambit, is really important because if you use too much of your cards, you're gonna run out of this, right? And they're really powerful. Like it, like yes, Gambit without the cards is still actually like a pretty decent support just because he's hyper mobile, right? And he has a lot of self sustain and he can heal a lot with this dash heal. But you still want to take advantage of your power with being flexible, right? You can heal a lot, you can do a lot of anti, you can boop, right? You have options and you can cleanse. Excuse me. So let's see if there's something that triggered you to use your boom. Okay. So what made you want to anti here? I think you pressed double space. Yeah, you pressed double
Yes.
space.
I just saw them appear, and I thought that I already knew that it was just the Strange and I that were this far ahead. So I thought at least putting the anti on them would be an okay enough deterrent while the Strange was getting off.
Okay. Okay, the double E there is fine. So far so good, right? I like that you're at least using your abilities to heal him when you actually need it. Like here, you're refrain from using your double dash to heal him. This is good. It's a little too patient, but okay. At least you have good rate. Okay. What triggered this, right? Because now it's still a winnable fight even for -1. But you see how in this one, then, right? Instead of being greedy with the same attitude you had here, right? You just kind of used it for no reason, right? And I feel like you saw like a little low HP, right? And then you had to reload, and you're like, oh god, I won't be able to heal that. And then you didn't like actually try to digest the information. You just saw HP that wasn't full, so you popped your ability here to heal it. Yeah, that's exactly what happens, right? And I get that from your perspective, it might not seem like it's worth it. I mean, not like seem like it matters to that you did that. And because, as I mentioned, you're still a good support even with just your M1s. The thing is, though, even though you are down one Strange, they're also down one, I believe. Who died first? Their Moon Knight? Yeah, their Moon Knight died first, right? So this is a very winnable fight. Because, for example, what if randomly this Moon Knight gets a bunch of, puts a really good onk and a bunch of people get low in HP and you guys have space? Or what if, by sheer luck, this Hawkeye gets a nice pick on the Ultron, right? And now, when your team needs to walk up, you won't be prepared for it, right? So let's see if any consequences happen. I'm surprised that you guys start winning. Let's see if any consequences happen from you wasting that one extra card.
What have we here?
Sorry.
Did you press your E here thinking you'd have to do a double heal, but then you didn't have to, so you didn't pop it?
Yes.
Hey, you didn't get punished. Okay. He's staying still. Okay, almost died. Okay, good, you didn't get punished. Well, there it is, right? Should be able to heal this guy. Oh, there it is. That's your -1 card, right? You saw this guy. If you didn't waste that one card a while ago, you'd have one extra card. You see this, and immediately you're going to double E, right? No way you're not gonna double E that.
Yeah.
So you actually do press E once because you think, oh god, I have to double E, right? You actually use one card, and you realize, oh god, I'm out of cards. Boom, he dies, right? Because now, once your team gets that advantage, they want to walk forward. But in rank, especially in rank, I mean, in team play, you can always tell your team, hey guys, I'm out of resources, let's kill a bit. But in rank, you always have to be prepared, right? Because like anything can happen at any moment, right? Your team could walk up at any moment. The fight could progress at any moment. You'll never truly be sure. So you just have to be prepared, and that's That's the reason why, even though you guys win the rest of this team fight, right? Your Moon Knight dying here could have been a really big problem, right? Because look how low the rest of your team is. Like, this guy's also really low. If the Star-Lord like were a little better and killed the Strange, and if the Mag were able to like focus up a little bit, he would have killed your Strange. If their Gambit weren't stupid, I think he dies to the Squirrel Girl ult here. Oh no, it's actually the Star-Lord. Wow, that's a little dumb. Wow, he still dies to that. That's crazy. Anyway, so he shouldn't have died to that. But, you know, you're in like, what rank is this? Like plat? Diamond?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But, you know, could have gone worse, right? And that's the thing. It's like, when I bring these things up, it's not that, if you do the right thing, you'll always win. It's about giving your team the highest odds of winning. Right? How many times have you played rank and then you made one mistake and your entire team crumbles? Right? Because you want to be prepared for that.
Oh, a touch of healing. A little help, please.
And luckily, you actually finally get punished for that mistake. Okay? This was caused. Like, other coaches or other people reviewing might be, because it's like you're so focused on the Star-Lord and you're not really like focusing on the front after this guy's healed and all that micro shit. But really, it just boils down to you wasting the card. Right? So small things like that really matter. So yeah, that's be triggers, right? I'm not saying like, for example, if in this scenario where you did use a card, right here. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's say that in this scenario, people really were low, and you did pop it, and you did use your E, I mean. And okay, that would be worth it, right? Because you guys would have crumbled, and then this guy would have, like, you guys would have staggered in relation to this guy. This guy could have inted, right? And then staggered again, right? Multiple bad things would have happened. It would have been okay, right? The problem here is not that using your resources is bad. It's that you just used it for no reason, right? You always want to have a reason for using your ability. There was no reason here, right? Like, not even like a good one. The only reason was that, like, you wanted to heal because you didn't digest the information and you had to reload and you panicked a little bit, so you wasted a resource. Like, tripling aggressive, though you want to be a little careful because these are threats. Almost died to Rogue, actually. I'm surprised he got away. But it's good. Like, why this isn't completely bad is because of what you said, right? You're hyper mobile, so you could kind of really get away with a lot if you have your dashes at least. It's okay. Nice. Okay. You need to play a little more chill because you have less. That's fine. Wait, why are you low on cards? Oh, he popped into the card. Okay, yeah. When you're, it's a good habit that you're spadesing when there's, like in the neutral, but you shouldn't do that when you're like low on cards. Right? The reason why it's good to do it when you're like high on cards is because if you spades, yeah, if you use a card and then you let it run out, the card will come back, right? You get this 1-for-1, you might as well. So which is why it's normally good when you have 4 cards, because when you have 4 cards, you use 1 for the ability, you still have 3 to make use, right? Like, there's some like a lot of like weird tech where, not really weird, but like specific tech that isn't really super worth getting into, but really it's just like, just to mention it, right, since it's important to some degree. It's like, if you use your spades card and you actually need to use cleanse, for example, because since cleanse is on E, right, and not on F, or do you have it rebound? I'm assuming you have it on default, right? So you can't, you have to like burn your spade, one extra spades card, and then use your clan. So shit like that, right? So you'll have enough. That's why you don't want to do it on 3, because if you need to burn, you only have 1 left, and you have to wait it out. You only want to do this when you have 4. Right? And it's like that again is another trigger, right? Your spades resource almost being full is also a kind of trigger. That's like, oh, okay, my resource is almost full. I might as well like use one so that I have an effect while it's recharging, right? Because you're low on resources. Alright, see if you had an extra card there, you could have healed your Hawkeye, right? It's like those little things, right? Because, like, you have to remember, each time you use a card, that's 25% of the resource. That's a lot, right? Like, you could have saved your Hawkeye here. Oh, like, wow, you guys, like, still win the team fight.
The moon haunts you.
Oh, I don't know.
The moon haunts you.
Fine, that's...
Never
This is as close as I ever get to pure.
Maybe cause just ain't your game.
Here, it's another good example why your ult here was good, right? The trigger here,
These unks are dangerous.
as much as I can technically blame you for, again, wasting the card again a while ago, that the moment you saw this Moon Knight ult,
The moon.
you could have like double E'd on these people, but that's still hard to react to. Like, I mean, you do press E once, but then they just insta-die and you don't have your next card. But what's good here is, even after that mistake is already in the gutter, like, that's a guaranteed mistake for you wasting a card. So now, you realize, okay, like, the fight is still losable. Like, I just lost 2 teammates, and I don't know where they're gonna come from. We're close to capturing point. It's worth it if I pop my ult. That's good, right? So this is a good one.
Never fall.
Good one.
This is as close as
It's a small thing like that. Right? The triggers don't have to be like a grand, you know, gigantic.
Maybe cause just ain't your game.
Oh, it's so good.
We must confront Dracula himself to lift this curse.
You're low on cards. You wanna chill on the cards.
Hey, is it that lucky destroy a dog?
Yeah, Magneto!
A little help.
I won't be able to use this Hawkeye. Oh, you tried.
the squirrels never win. Really?
I am strengthened for battle. I want to fold.
Oh, you're lucky you didn't fight. You could have died. Like, I get that on the TikTok clips, people use this to kill. This should always be your escape. This should never, like, you're going to get so hard punished for this if you continue this habit. Right, it looked like it wasn't bad here, but if this guy were smart, he was like, oh, I didn't hit him even once, and he wasted, like, his dash, right? So he might be thinking, okay, he has, like, max 1 left. This is, like, high-key winnable. Because especially if he really wanted to, like, fuck you over, he could ult you and then kill your backline, including you. Then like, his team could walk up. Right, and you won't have a way to escape. Because you don't have a dash. You do not wanna, you very rarely want to aggress with the dash. It's like, it's really only okay to do it when you pop your ult. And even then, it's like, it's only in very specific scenarios, right? And of course, there's always exceptions, but you always want to have a good habit of not looking at this as like an aggression tool. Like, I get it's a dash, right? So you think, oh yeah, mobility, which means I can go in. No, mobility actually means you can get out, right? That's the more important thing with mobility, right? It's like, how many times have you fought a Spider-Man or a BP or a Daredevil or any other flank support, right? Or flank DPS, sorry. Or Psylocke, right? And they got away with like a sliver of HP because they got into cover really quickly. So stuff like that. You want to use your dashes for escape. Here, you actually might die here.
I think I do.
Oh, you do. That is probably right. Oh no,
No, I don't.
no, you don't. W. Nice.
Oh, really? That would be totally amazing.
Almost didn't make it.
You know you had that coming.
Okay.
Double down.
That's okay.
Almost didn't make it.
I can accept that. Like, if I wanted to nitpick, I could say there's nothing going on. Like, you should read the battlefield that there isn't really much people. Like, the people aren't really fighting right now. But it's okay. It's okay.
Almost didn't.
At least, again, your ability was triggered by something. You saw someone low. That's for now, that's a habit you want to be okay with.
Make it again.
Just have a reason. Over. Right, it's like, yeah, the moment this is just like a lack of threat, right? Like, again, technically I could say you wasted your dash, but you were in a good position anyways because you had cover. You just didn't respect the Star-Lord ult for some reason. You heard the Star-Lord and you just thought you wouldn't die for some reason. Right, even if, like, first you should already like identify where it's coming from. Right? That's like, was one of the more important things to do first. Like, you identify where it's coming from. But if you can't, then you just assume that if you're in the house, you're safe. Right? Like, you stay out for like, what's in your head here? Why are you out in the open doing Star-Lord? Right? You even you try to get some kind of cover. Yeah, but then you kind of just like you half-ass it. You
Yes.
do half in, half out.
Yeah. It was a half in, half out thing. So I heard it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into house for cover, but half of my mind went, I should probably send heals at my team while I'm doing so, and like I just didn't walk in when I needed to.
Yeah, thing is with hero shooters, especially in rank, right? It's a little different when in team play, but in hero shooters, it still does matter in team play, right? So this is a mentality that will help you get good. Is that you need to have the ego to at least think you're more important than your team, right? You always have to prioritize you, especially as support, right? But this is like regardless of what role you are. You always want to put yourself first because you need to have the mentality that you're the best player in the lobby and you can carry your team. Right, you doing this where, like, as you said, like, oh, I need to heal my team because it's a Star-Lord ult and I need to protect them. It's like, that's true, but if you also need to have the mentality that if you die, right, my team's gonna crumble because everyone's a bum, right, and I'm the only one holding the team together. That has to be your mentality. You might be thinking, well, what kind of mentality is that? That doesn't really help me. In a way, it will, right? Because when you think you're the hyper carry, right, you're able to play more aggressively. You're able to make plays that your team isn't willing to do. You're able to empower yourself to be in power positions that threaten people, right? That's more advanced shit, right? But it all starts out with the mentality of, I'm more important than my team, right? I want to stay alive because I want to do stuff. Because you want to have the logic, right, or the assumption that the only person that will do anything in the team is me, and if I die, the team won't do anything. That needs to be your mentality. This is a mentality problem, right? It's like it looks like it's just a honest mistake. Haha, I'm out in the open. I should have been in cover. It's like no, it's more a mental thing, right? You're not valuing yourself over your team here, right? That needs to be the first thing you do. You always have to value yourself. And there's a reason why really good players are really egoistic, because when you're egoistic, you're able to be good, right? They're not egoistic because they're good. They're good because they're egoistic. Wow, JJK type shit, right? And you want to have that ego, where you want to think that you're more important than your team because you will be the only one that can hold the team together. And that's the reason why you stay out there. Technically, you should, like, again, other people would say, why didn't you just right click and you would have been able to go into the health pack? Like, yes, like, that is a micro thing you should have done, but at the end of the day, the only reason why you were so out in the open in the first place was because you didn't respect the Star-Lord ult, because you didn't value your life over your team. because you're still trying to heal this whole time. Like what you're saying is true, right? Star-Lord ult's happening, and you're still forcing the heals. You're still forcing the heals. He's gone. Yeah.
You
Bother
thought you
yourself
got
over
rid of
everything.
me? Pas de chance.
Did you see that?
Okay.
Found it. Ooh, wait. That hit the spot.
Oh, well, you were okay. What triggered this, right? There has to be an intention to why you did this, like why you dash. At least in
Dash?
or like right now, like was there something that made you think? Because like from the information you have, right? You don't see them walking towards you. In fact, you see them walking away, right? There's no one visually near you, and yet you do this, right? What made you like? What made you do? Did you just do it because like you just wanted to, or was there something that made you feel like
The use of the dash, the usage
yeah?
of the dash was just me going. It was me registering the enemy team. So in my head, it was okay.
Like all these
I'm
people.
just going to make sure I'm just going to make sure that the last time they saw me was there. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to be on main with my tank the next time they see me, or behind my tank the next time
Yeah.
they see me.
Okay.
The reason I used it with the right click was that's because I noticed the invis was I could
Okay.
like I wanted to do the invisible.
Okay. Well, the thing I like that you're trying to like play the mind games, right? But that's like the second tier of playing first. You have to go through the first tier first. And the first tier is just being reactive, right? Like you just see something and then you react with a button accordingly. Like the higher up you go, the more you'll have to change that a little bit because you'll have to be like a little more proactive, right? But you'll have to learn what makes something good proactively by playing reactively well. Right? And like there's just nothing you don't see anything that threatens you here. There is no reason for you to be dashed. Right, so let's see if you get punished for that. Like you guys win the next team fight, so I'm assuming not. So let's see what happens.
Good medicine. Lucky draw.
You could have double E there. You always you wanna use to heal. You wanna use your cards before you use your dash. Your dash should be the last thing you use. Simply because, like, again, dash is your escape tool, and you need to have the ego that this is yours, this is mine, right? Not my team's. And then, and even if you were being like an altruistic person, the double E just goes faster and it goes farther than your dash. It's like a misallocation on what your abilities do. But okay, you didn't get punished for wasting your dash. Wow, that's a big one. No wonder you guys won. Okay, that's fine. Aggressing when you guys are 6v1, that's also an okay time for you to use your dashes. But you know, it's not good, but it's not bad. So that's fine with me.
Better stop that vehicle.
Okay. Paging here is not the worst in the world. It's okay, but you want to be a little cautious, right? Like, it's only really okay most of the time when it's here. Like, it's okay some of the time when you do it here, right? So it's fine. No, nothing's happening yet. So
Now you do the same for me, we.
yeah, you could have double eat them, right? That's more of a reaction thing. Okay, that's a mechanics thing. You miss your anti, but at least it was well timed. Okay, good. You ulted. I think you missed someone though. Yeah,
I missed one.
Yeah. It's okay. Why are you going back? Oh, don't tell me you die for that. Oh, you do. You stagger yourself. See, this is again, like, not prioritizing your own life. Like, you were already kind of doing that here. This is a good escape. You see the Star-Lord chasing you, you have a dash, and yet you choose to, like, look at your movement here. I'll show you bird's eye what your movement looks like. I'll trace it. You see that? You see how like indecisive this movement is? It's pretty bad when you look at it from this way, right? Instead of you like being like, okay, the fight's lost, I want to survive, and you just go like, or even better yet, right? You hug the wall for cover, right? The length of this line, it's like way shorter of the length than this one, right? And I already started here. This line I started here, right? There's so much wasted movement for no reason, and well, there is a reason, but it's a bad reason, and I'll tell you what the reason is. You don't know whether to go back to and heal your team or to escape, right? Because it didn't look like a winnable fight from your point of view, which is valid, right? That's the information you have. But from here, it's like you see a bunch of people low HP, you're low on cards, you're low on resources, right? It's just like, okay, this is just like a fight that I can't really win, right? Which is a fine judgment. Other people would say, why are you not with your team? This is a winnable fight. I'd agree, it's a winnable fight, right? But the problem is that you half-ass both decisions. You don't decide to full fight when you have information, right? And I'd say in your headspace, when I see your point of view, with the information you have here, it's actually like not a bad call that you try to run away, right? So you should have committed to that. Like you're still half-assing your fighting, right? You're trying to do too much at once, right? And again, it's like, yeah, it's a mechanics thing. You mistimed your right click. Like, you should have used it when you were already here. Like you're half HP, so why are you still M1ing, right? Other people say that, but really, again, it's like a mentality thing. You're not choosing, right? You're just playing, right? You're not choosing yourself. And again, the mistake here isn't that running away. I think running away here is fine. Like the running away here is sensible. There's logic to it, which is good. Yeah, so you pass that, you pass that mark. But this next part, it's like now you're just being indecisive. Commit to your decisions.
Can't keep discaging down for long.
Oh, that guy's going for a really deep flank. No wonder he dies. Okay, I don't blame you for, like, other people would also say, you know, go with your most aggressive teammate. And I wouldn't blame you if you actually went with him. That would have been the best play. But what you did here was also okay. I can't blame you. What'd you right click? Okay, I'm assuming E because you think you have to either E because you think you have to cleanse or heal, but it turns out to be okay. But why are you right clicking? Whoa, look at that stretch.
It's a Pavlovian response to seeing an ult happen right in front of me.
Yeah, right. It's like it goes back to what I was saying, right? Triggers. It's like it did trigger you, but like it's like bad because it's not really a good response. But at least there was a response. It's just a bad one. That you got triggered by something. You have to hone that thing. That one's more forgivable than the one a while ago here where you E for no reason. This one is like, okay, fine. It's a response, so okay, I'll forgive that one. But you also want to make sure you're choosing the right decisions when you respond. So that's fine. That's what we did there. Use the card here. You didn't have to, but like again, they're fine. Like there was a trigger there. You saw he was missing HP, but it's like it's not a very good trigger, right? Like you can just M1 that, and then because you remember, like you still have this whole duration to decide if you want to use your second card or not. You can just like E, and then it's like, oh, I didn't need it pala. And then you just hold M1, and then if he goes into a low HP, oh god, I need it, and then you press your second E, right? You wasted a card again for a reason that wasn't important. Did you use that? Oh, fuck am I saying?
What am I?
Oh. Okay.
Only 60 seconds left.
Not a bad spades, right? You see someone in the open, they're vulnerable, they can get shot, and you okay.
Only 60 seconds left.
This is real firepower. This is real firepower.
Okay, you think he's gonna he's low HP, like this is forgivable. You think he might die, okay.
This is real firepower.
Oh, how does he heal so much? Heals somewhere, but okay, again, what are you doing?
Now you do the same for me, boy.
So you have 2 dashes. Legend! Oh! Right? And it's like, legend! Oh! Right? Now this is opposite now to what your problem was a while ago, right? A while ago, your problem was you're making plays with no trigger. Now you're not responding to triggers. Right? You see? Like, you're not, like, I don't know what takes you. I'm gonna be real. Like, I have a pretty slow reaction time. Like, my reaction time's literally like, what, 220 milliseconds? That's really slow for like gaming. Like 250.
Now you do the same.
And I can react to this. Boom. Right? Like, what's taking me so long? Like, that's you need to also. You also need to, like, that's one thing also need to practice, right?
Now you do the same for me, boy. I am straight up.
It's just like this is like okay, yeah, maybe you were in a position where it's a little out in the open. People could say that. But you have 2 dashes, right? Like you can, when you have your abilities, you can be more aggressive. So I like that you're being aggressive here, because you should be aggressive, right? Because you have your abilities to get out. You just don't use it for some reason.
Only 60 seconds left.
This is real firepower.
Unfortunate, right? You could have like helped. You would have been able to win. Right. That's definitely a team fight, where your team lost because of you. Right. And then here it goes back to the thing. It's like you die here first, and now your whole team doesn't know how to kite a Star-Lord ult. So imagine if you were alive and you know how to kite the Star-Lord ult, right? And then you don't take any damage, and you can heal your team from a safe angle, right? So from here you can heal them, or from here really if you really need to, right? There's a little bit of cover you can use. If the Star-Lord tries to fly onto you, you can like double dash into the back, right? You have lots of options, right? You have a health pack here, or if you really need to play really far back, because your team kites towards here, and you double dash fast enough, and you were over here. There's also a health pack here. He chases you, okay? You can go through here if you really need to chase. You can fit through this tiny gap, right? There's lots of options, right? And it's not about memorizing the map, right? It's not. I'm not saying like, oh, you should have known all these options in advance, right? No, I'm just saying all those options open up if you value yourself over your team, and you're not doing that here. And boom, you always have to respect. You just insta die because it's a rocket star, so there's a lot of damage, right? That's just rough.
Laissez le bon temps brûler. I'm opening up.
Down to 30
The last team
seconds.
fight.
You snapped him in there.
Laissez le. They hitting real hard.
Oh my. Invisible?
Okay, anti okay.
Just the boost I need.
Okay, here, like what triggers your dash here, right?
They hitting real hard.
I wouldn't be surprised that if you die here, are you second to die? No, you're not. You die at all? Oh my god, the fucking thing is like overlapping. There we go. Oh, okay, you die pretty late. Okay, let's see if it's because this you didn't die first. Okay.
Just the boost I need.
Okay, what are you dashing for? Like, you want to do damage, right? Again, it's like, it has to be your escape, not your aggression. By default.
Much better.
Okay, right, and you waste a spades card.
Gambit got your back.
Right, like, it's good that you're having a habit of using the card, but like you're doing it when you're low on resource. I won't be surprised if this guy dies because you don't have a heal for it.
Scary things in the body. The moon.
Yeah. That guy dies because you don't have a heal for it. Right? Exactly my point. It's like, yeah, but like I'm saying, he walks into the Moonlight ult. That's like he's being stupid. It's not my fault. That's true. It's not your fault, but he could have helped, right? The problem is not that he was bad. That's true. The problem is that you could have carried this game, right? By just not wasting your cards and having good triggers. Again, the trigger for using your spades card for no reason is if it's almost full. If you're like 3 or below, like you shouldn't even be thinking about popping it for no reason. There has to be something that's happening. Decent cover usage. Is that a rogue on you? Okay, fine. Good dash. Yeah, 2 dashes, so you didn't get punished for wasting your dash.
Feeling fantastic.
Now you wasted a... Yeah, see, I mean, let's say that you weren't able to save this Bucky in the first place, right? Because he dies before your card regenerates. You could have saved your invis, right? You're still down 1 card because of it, right? You're still down 1 card because this whole time, because you wasted a spades for no reason and you were not full in cards. Right? That's why your whole team explodes here, because the invis dies because she's being stupid, but she doesn't need to be in point. I don't know why she's there, right? But that's not your problem. That's like, it's not your problem to worry about your team being stupid. It's your problem to play well, and it's your problem to carry. And you need to carry your team because you always have to have the mentality that your team is bad, right? And in this moment, your failure here isn't that, you know, you're in a bad position and your micro is bad and you're missing some shit. No, it's you're not thinking about your proper triggers, right? You're allowing the game to just play in front of you, right? It's similar to like a movie. Like you're not taking your agency, right? You're not making your decisions. You're letting the decisions happen, and there's a difference to that. There's a difference with letting your decisions happen and choosing your decisions. Letting your decisions happen is, oh, you're just turning on the game and your hands are doing the work for you, kind of whatever, right? And making your own decisions is like seeing something and then reacting to it. That's the difference. Right? That's why I was completely okay with you like wasting your abilities here. Like remember some here where it's like, okay, like he has a little bit of damage, but okay, fine, you used it. Like it's better to do that because at least there's some kind of reason than something like this where you just kind of press your spade for no reason. Nothing happens, right? It's like, okay, fine, you press spades because you think this guy's killable, but it's like you can kill him without the spades, right? The spades should be a bonus. Like the spades isn't a win con, right? It's like a little bonus on top. Right? That guy dies regardless, right? Regardless of your spades or not. You could have healed that guy. Let's say that guy dies in like every time in 1 million years over and over again. By the time that this team walks in with this, right, and for some reason your invis walks into the control point for no fucking reason, you could have E'd here, right? You're down 1 card. Right? And I appreciate that they're trying to go for the double dash. But now since you're down 1 dash, right, you're jumped by the rogue, right? And now you have to like use your last dash to go in, touch point, heal your strange instead of having 2 to heal him, right? It's like stuff like that, right? Small stuff like that matter. Again, this team fight was lost because of you, I'd say. Right? Every other team fight here, like especially this part where this Moon Knight dies randomly, like before anything really happens, it's like this not on you, right? Out of your control. But stuff like this, it's like you had full control over this. You had full control over having cards here. I mean, you had full control over respecting the star level here. Right? But you chose not to. You had full control over not pressing your spades here, but you chose to waste your spades, right? That's a mistake. Right? See, if you want these two teams, if you didn't do that, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, if you did that you'd win 100 times over. No, like if you did that, is there a chance that your team is still completely stupid and they die? Yes. But this is what I say to most people. Would you rather take a 0% chance of winning or a 10% chance of winning? Well, it's a no-brainer, right? Anyone would take a 10% over 0%, and that's the secret, right? You're not making plays because you think it's gonna work 100% of the time. You're making plays because it's the thing that will give your team the highest odds of winning. Right? You want to give yourself and your team the highest odds of winning, and it's just by simply just waiting for triggers. Right? And again, like even if you had 4 cards here, Is there a chance that your team dies anyways? Yeah, right? Your whole team could have walked in this Moon Knight ult and died anyways, right? So, like, that's literally what happens with the Bucky. The Bucky walks in and dies. But it's about maximizing those chances, right?
Until we have a winner.
Okay, let's see this next round. Oh, you guys got steamrolled. You guys win one team fight. Okay, let's see what you do. Okay, decent positioning. I like that aggression. Oh, why are you so low on cards already? The game just started. Okay, fine. Oh! Oops!
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, well, okay. First of all, let's say it does land, and you're not a buffoon, right? Let's say you actually do aim it properly. What's in your mind? Are you trying to stop them from moving forward, like delaying their time? Like, what is your purpose for anteing here? Because it depends. Now it's like there is a trigger, but what's your intent? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'll be frank. That was the first time, right? Because I've given an explanation for every other one. That was just me
Oh,
getting some steam out.
Oh, okay. It's just
That was actually nothing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's a problem, right? It's like that's why I always ask like what people are thinking, because sometimes a play looks really bad, but the intention behind it is actually quite good, right? And here, exactly as you say, if there's no intention, you're not trying to do anything like per se. There's no intent. The play doesn't really matter, right? And again, you might be thinking, yeah, but like, how do I think of intent? It's like blah blah, like, because intent is a higher, a more higher advanced like way of playing the game. But the simplest way to like not even worry about having intent is by having triggers, right? It goes back to being triggers, like oh, like they're walking up, and I don't like when people walk up and my team might get shot. I'm going to ante them so they walk back. That's a good trigger, right? A good trigger is something that you react to that has some kind of good logic to it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be logical, right? That's why like when you wasted your like there were some times here that I could nitpick you and tell you like, oh, like you did really wrong. Like that one time where again where the stranger's only like 75 max percent HP and he only took like he only took 100 damage and he's like 650 and you double E'd. Like there's logic behind you double E'ing, but is it like pretty weak logic? Yeah, but it's logic nonetheless. This one's like right. There's first you don't even see much people, right? You see what? You see like two, maybe three in that position, right? And then you kind of rip. But yeah, okay. And then you waste the card again, right? It's like not you double down. You double down on the mistake, like right? And that's the problem. There's no trigger to it. It's not like you saw a bunch of people grouped up and saw, ooh, that's a good damage opportunity, right? That's an okay trigger, right? I'm not saying, oh, you have to save your abilities because like you need to like cleanse something or you need to boot people away or you need to like max heal. No, the more important thing is like, is there like a reason? Is there a trigger? And if you saw like 6 people, like there's a difference. Like I'm not saying that you doing this in all scenarios is bad, where you anti this position, and I get why you have sort of an instinct to anti this position because you're used to seeing 6 people walk out of spawn and walk here, right? Definitely, sure. So there's some kind of logic to that also. The problem is that there is logic to your actions, but you're not waiting for the trigger, right? You don't see the 6 people and then you use your ability. You just assume there's going to be people and then you do it, right? Right. The trick is that you have to wait, see, and then react accordingly, right? You don't want to like assume something is there. You have to see or hear or know something is there, right?
I'd rather be lost in the
that's still very sad every time I see it. Okay, at least you back up. But now you're out of cards, right? Does anyone die here? Okay, your Hawkeye dies. Why does your Hawkeye die? Could you have healed him? Probably not, right? But okay. Like maybe you could have if you double E'd, right? Because you can it still bounces on people even if you don't direct it. Like for example, if you double E'd here, it bounces onto the nearest teammate, and then that one will bounce into the Hawkeye. But that's like some advanced shit. But the problem is that even if he were in a position to be healable, right? Look at your cards, right? You can't heal him anyways, right? Let's say he doesn't int like his double jump here because his kiting's really bad, right? So let's say he's just caught out right in front of your tanks. Even if you were in a spot where you could heal him, like you're not in a position to as well, right? Because you're out of cards, right? And maybe thinking, so okay, if I'm out of cards, doesn't that mean that anteing here would be bad? No, right? Because again, if there were 6 people here and you anteed, the amount of time it takes for them to wait for the ante to walk to run to what's the word? To run out, right? Is the same amount of time you'll get your ante back, and then you get free ult charge while they do nothing. You might be thinking, okay, so what if they don't wait for it to run out and they walk in? Well, they're walking into people while they're anti, right? So they'll most likely lose. So there's stuff like that, right? It's like that would have been you not being able to heal this guy, like if like would be okay if you antied in a good spot. But the thing is, if you did anti in a good spot, the enemy team wouldn't have walked up so hard right now because they'd be busy trying to wait for their heals, right? So it's like this scenario would not have would not have happened in the first place if you just didn't if you actually antied properly. And even if you weren't thinking of anteing and since they're gonna do this regardless and walk up, right now you'd have 4 cards and be like, oh god, I gotta heal this Hawkeye, and then I double E them and stuff like that, right? It's stuff like this triggers.
Gambit got your back.
I'm trying to heal this guy. Okay. Fine, okay, I can forgive that. Sorry, fighting's a little weird, but fine.
Now you do the same
Okay.
for me, we.
I guess you waste spades again for no reason, right? It's like you have 1 card and you waste it on spades. You only want to do this again if you're hitting 4. Like if it's your 4th card. You're at 1 card left.
Good as new.
Okay, would you have been able to heal the blade if you had? Yeah, you would have, right? This guy's low in HP. You could have healed him if you had 1 extra card, right? Exactly what I'm saying. It's these breakpoints that matter. And again, you're about to lose this team fight because you lost the blade, and it's going to be your fault,
Now you do
right?
the same for
Bro.
me.
And you use spades again. You see this guy die, and you're like, damn, I couldn't heal him because I didn't have cards. And then you recognize that, and then you use a spades anyways. Alright? You see how goofy this is from a spectator's point of view, right? It's pretty silly. Yeah, but it's, again, I can't fully blame you because in the moment, right, you don't see all of this. But when you like take a step back and look at everything slowly, it's pretty obvious that you shouldn't be wasting your cards. Or at least when I say waste, I don't mean using, right? It's okay to be it's okay to have 0 cards left because you used it, but the importance is using it for good reasons. Right here, you have an extra card. If you had an extra card, you could have healed your invis, right? Right? Maybe. Right? Like if you had an extra card, you could have healed your mag, right? Right? Or you could have healed your Hawkeye, right? So many things could have happened. And I'm not saying that they would have happened. I'm saying that they could have, right? That's an important distinction to make. It's the importance is that something better could have happened, but there's no chance of it happening anymore because you just threw away your opportunity. Right? It's the 10% rule. Like you'd rather take 10% over 0% of a chance of winning. And right, doing this, you're giving yourself the 0%, wasting your cards all the time. And you can tell it's wasting because there's nothing that's telling you that you should. You're just pressing your buttons for the sake of pressing your buttons. Right?
Now you do the same for me.
Remember that. It's not about that using it is bad. It's that using it for no reason is bad.
Gambit coming back.
Oh, that was charging quickly. Okay. Did you anti before you saw anything? Okay, you saw like 2 people. Okay, fine. I can that makes sense. Okay, well, why did you dash though? You wanted to heal?
Gambit coming back for more.
Okay, you dash. Right, like there has to be something that made you do this. Or did you just dash for no reason again?
No, it was just I knew that the tanks would just drop in. I mean, obviously after opening the portal, so it was like okay. You see, one of the things that I don't have ingrained into my head is how long a portal lasts before it closes. So I
I believe it's
usually just try to exit.
yeah. I believe it's 20
And
seconds. But I might be wrong.
yeah, my idea was just like, oh, I mean, the tank is gonna be the first one out. They're gonna hear the portal sound. They're going to shoot at everything that immediately leaves it. So
All the ads.
if I'm going to immediately position myself after exiting through the portal and maybe get some free heals on the tank that is guaranteed to be focused. Once the
Yeah.
portal's open, they might as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, it is 20 seconds. I mean, like, even if you were worried about like missing it, like you could just jump in. Like you weren't far from the portal where you had to dash into it. Even if you were scared of it closing already. So here's just another one where it's like, I get that there's some kind of like you kind of thought there was some kind of reason, but ultimately it's like, again, it's because it's a misallocation of what you think this is for. Like, this is not for your engage, this is for your escape. And while you're okay, so you preemptively anti. And you wanna, just a quick note, you wanna aim this still, right? There's so many times where you're treating like your spades deck is auto aim, like your hearts cards. Like you need to aim this. Like you just press your buttons here. You don't. You're still playing a shooter. Same game. Okay. Good. Okay. You didn't have to MPT go in there, but I can get that. You wanna touch point? Fine.
The boost I need.
Ooh, a touch of healing.
It would be okay to do spades right now, right? But funnily enough, like when it is a good time for you to spades, you don't do it. So. Right? Okay, you just react slow. That's fine. Oh, actually no. You saw him get grabbed by the rope. Yeah. Okay. That's just a slow reaction. Okay, good. Oh, you way out though. Okay, now. Good. Okay. And you kind of get away with dashing in during the ult, which is what I said is normally when you get away with it. Okay. Okay, you did good there. Run away. Just keep running away. Don't think of fighting them anymore. You should have left this guy behind. Oh, you tried to save him, right? Again, another case of you not respecting your own life or other people. Right? Respect your life. You're here for. Do you die here for that? Oh God, none of you die. Good. W. Okay, we're doing this one. Good. Wait, why are you in spades? Oh, so you waste again, right? You see, same mistakes, right? Recurring theme. When you're walking up and you really shouldn't be, but you're in this ults. Right? Like you spades when you don't need to. Well, now you're just -1 card. And as you escape, shotgun Punisher. Good stuff. Right, if you had an extra card, you could have healed your invis there, right? In fact, I think you guys lose that. You lose a team fight because of
Same
it.
for me, Lee.
Oh yeah, you do. Right? You can even heal your squirrel girl, right? Wow. Guess I'll go back off. Magus anything. And Thor is also anything. Right, you could have saved your squirrel girl or your invis there. If you saved your invis, your squirrel girl might have lived, right? Yet another team fight you lost because of you. Okay, fine. Okay, trigger. Okay, dash away. Nice, good. Okay. Right click. You can right click. Okay, I guess don't use your abilities. Rough, unfortunate, right? It's like this team fight would not have happened this way if you didn't int this one. Right?
Boost I need.
You entered this by not having your
A
cards.
little help, please.
Now you do the same for me, Lee. A storm of acorns.
Anyways, I think we don't have to look at the bad loss one. Just to recap, right? Perfect. Right. Abilities should have triggers. Right. And the sub points here are, good place. Oh, forgive my handwriting. My fucking carpal tunnel is like really shit right now. Right, good place 710 is the one that I was talking about with triggers, and you can kind of ignore this point if you just have good triggers. Second one is God, my handwriting. Right, value your life. Put this in red text. Oh my goodness. Oh my hand. Right. Oh my god. Oh my hand. Holy shit. Hold on. Ugh. Right. With hypercard. You always wanna be thinking of this way. There's a third point I was thinking. I don't remember. Oh yeah. Uh, ability identification. Right, use cases. Oh, forgive my handwriting, man. Okay. Right, ability identification. There's obviously this one was the biggest theme in the whole review. Right, this one is also an important one that I kept bringing up. This one's a more subtle one. Right, this one's a more subtle one where, because every so often, like these mistakes sometimes get forced because you don't use your abilities correctly. Like in the case of you're wasting your dashes to go in instead of going out, right? You're not using your abilities in the right order. Like you should double E before you dash because your dash is for yourself, right? And the not being able to decide when anteing is a good time, or when it's a good time to ante, or when it's a good time to heal, right? That bleeds into the other things where Like, of course, you do need to know how to use your abilities well and what the use cases are before you can identify triggers. But there are ways that you can identify triggers you worry about before you worry about like having good identification of what your abilities do. Right. So again, I would say you could focus on this if you want to, like just know what your abilities should do, right? And you can watch pro players and how they manage which ability should go first. Or you can do what we were talking about this whole review, where you could say, okay, I won't mind what kind of place I have per se. I won't care for now if they're the most perfect place. For now, I'll just think about reacting properly, actually. Right, first you can do B. Let's put this in blue. C. And interpret. Actually, let's say recognize is a better word. Right, as you go up, as you get better at the game, it will just have to be see and then react, or just see or just react, right? Like even before you see it, you have to react to it already. But for now, you have to build this habit of see, recognize, react. Because if you don't develop this is like a core fundamental of the game, right? If you don't know how to do this first, you won't be able to be proactive, which is like the next level, right? So first, of course, if you're fully reactive all the time, you'll never be a good player. But a good player is still a player that knows how to be reactive, and you need to have this habit, right? And that goes back again to triggers, right? So especially this one, like if there's something you can change right now, like these two, like this and this, right? 1 and 3, this is gonna need practice for obvious reason, right? You're gonna need practice and proper studying to like properly know what like which abilities do what they're best for, right? And even if you don't watch pro players, because playing a lot and practicing and trying different things with your abilities and giving different reasons per game and seeing which reason is the best and gives the best reward, right? And that's up to you to identify what the reward is. Either that be kills, lots of healing, good ult charge, up to you. You know, that's for another day, right? That will take practice. But if there's something that you can change right now that will also drastically improve your gameplay, it's just this one, right? It's valuing your life. Like there were some team fights there that you could have won and given your team a better chance if you just valued your life over your team. Because you need, again, especially as support, you if you die first, your team just crumbles, right? And you could also arguably say that for the other roles, right? If your team runs out of a DPS, right, the enemy team's gonna be able to walk up for free because no one's gonna push them back, or the enemy team isn't gonna be scared of you because there's nothing gonna kill them, right? Or if a tank dies, the same problem lies where the enemy team can just push up because there's no one gonna block the damage. There's no one that's going to reduce any kind of threat. There's no one that's going to damper their pressure. At the same time, it's gonna be harder for your team to walk because for the same reasons that you won't have your damage reduction, right? You won't have the giant HP walls blocking damage for you. But since you're playing support here in this context, right? Without your heals and without your utility, your team will lose. Right? So value your life over your team. Yep. Anyways, any questions? Any questions?
Um, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, so yeah, I guess practice these things, think about these. And if ever you need another review, it's just DM me. You can also ask if your team needs. I don't mind either. I don't know, I just do whatever. Yeah. Okay.